Today, we're diving deep into one of the most iconic names in American performance history. That's right, the Dodge Viper is back for 2026. And it's more aggressive, more advanced, and more exhilarating than ever. Buckle up as we break down the interior, the exterior, the performance specs, and of course, the price of the 2026 Dodge Viper. The return of the Viper. In 2026 is more than just a comeback, it's a statement. Dodge has reimagined the classic American muscle formula by blending raw performance with modern-day engineering and design. And if you thought the old Vipers were intense, this one takes it to a whole new level, starting with the exterior. The 2026 Viper keeps its traditional long hood, short deck profile, but now it's sleeker and more aerodynamic than ever. At first glance, it still screams Viper, that unmistakable low stance, wide fenders, and that serpent-like nose. But look closer, and you'll see the lines have been sharpened. The air intake's enlarged. The overall design made more functional without losing any of its muscle car aggression. The front fascia is all new, with LED matrix headlights that look sharp and sinister. A massive front splitter and redesigned grille improve airflow and cooling, especially for track days. The hood features active heat extractors and a power bulge that not only nods to the Viper heritage, but also houses one beast of an engine underneath. Around the side, the curves are tighter, more sculpted. The 20-inch forged aluminum wheels wrapped in ultra-sticky Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires give it that purposeful stance. Around back, you've got quad exhaust tips, a dramatic rear diffuser, and an active rear spoiler that deploys at speed to increase DOWNFOR. CE. It's aggressive from every angle. But this time it's more refined. Dodge has clearly taken cues from both its racing heritage and current aerodynamic science to make the 2026 Viper not just beautiful, but functional on the track and the street. Now, stepping inside, this is where the Viper has made perhaps the biggest leap forward. One of the biggest criticisms of past models was the interior quality. It felt a little too raw, a little too stripped down. That's no longer the case. The 2026 Viper's cabin is a driver-focused cockpit that blends luxury and performance. Tech in a surprisingly refined package. You slide into leather-wrapped, Alcantara-lined performance bucket seats that hug you perfectly. Whether you're carving corners or cruising the freeway, the flat-bottom steering wheel is race-inspired. With integrated drive mode controls and paddle shifters, in front of you, a fully digital 12.3-inch instrument cluster gives you real-time data, G-force readings, lap times, and more, all customizable depending on your drive mode. The center console features 10.1-inch touchscreen running the latest Uconnect system, supporting wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Everything feels premium, from the soft touch materials to the carbon fiber trim and aluminum accents. There's also a surprisingly good 12-speaker Harman Kardon sound system. But let's be honest, in a car like this, the real soundtrack comes from the exhaust note. Despite being a track-ready monster, Dodge hasn't skimped on comfort. Dual-zone climate control, heated and ventilated seats, wireless charging, and a full suite of driver assistance features like blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, and rear cross traffic alert are all available. But let's talk about what really matters in a Viper, the performance. Under the hood, the 2026 Dodge Viper marks a departure from the old-school V10 formula. Instead, it gets a brand new 8.3-liter twin-turbo V8, codenamed Hierophant X. This monster cranks out an earth-shaking 850 horsepower and 750 pound-feet of torque, mated to a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission or a 6-speed manual. If you're a purist, the power delivery is brutal, smooth, and instantaneous. 0 to 60, just 2.9 seconds. Quarter mile, in the low 10s. Top speed, 210 miles per hour. And yes, it's rear-wheel drive, just like a true Viper should be. The chassis has been completely overhauled. It sits on a new lightweight aluminum space frame with carbon fiber body panels, dropping the curb weight to just over 3,200 pounds. The suspension setup features adaptive dampers and adjustable ride height. Whether you're daily driving or pushing limits at the track, this car adapts to your inputs. In real time, Brembo carbon ceramic brakes come standard and provide fade-free stopping power even after repeated hard laps. Handling has improved dramatically. The new Viper is more balanced, more precise, and far more predictable than its predecessors. Not just a brute anymore, it's a proper performance machine capable of going head-to-head with European exotics. And now, let's talk pricing. The 2026 Dodge Viper doesn't come cheap, but considering what you're getting, it still delivers. Incredible value. The base model, with the naturally aspirated version of the V8 producing 700 horsepower, starts at around $108,000. Step up to the Viper GTS, which includes adaptive suspension, upgraded interior materials, and the 850 horsepower twin-turbo setup, and you're looking at about $128,000. Then there's the ACR, the ultimate track-focused Viper, with aggressive aerodynamics, racing suspension, and an even lighter body. The ACR variant starts at $152,000. It's essentially a street-legal. Racecar.Dodge also plans to offer a limited production Heritage Edition, celebrating the legacy of the Viper. This trim includes exclusive paint jobs, serialized badging, and a few nods to the original '92 Viper. Only 500 of these will be made. Priced at $165,000. Of course, with options and customizations, you could easily spec your Viper north of $180,000. But even at that price, it's a serious contender in the world of supercars. You're getting hypercar performance with American muscle soul, something you won't find in a McLaren or Ferrari. So what's the verdict? The 2026 Dodge Viper is everything fans have been hoping for and more. It's powerful, aggressive, beautifully designed, and loaded with technology. It's a true modern muscle car that honors its heritage without being trapped by it. Whether you're a die-hard Viper enthusiast or just someone who appreciates a raw, emotional driving experience, the new Viper delivers. If you're in the market for a high-performance, rear-wheel drive monster that's equally at home on the street and the racetrack, this should be on your radar. That wraps up today's review on the 2026 Dodge Viper. What do you think about the new Viper? Would you choose it over a Corvette Z06 or a Porsche 911 Turbo? Let me know in the comments below. I read every one of them.